Hi, this is Narendran from Binsera UK. Today I'm going to give a quick overview of an MVC application made using Visual Studio 2017 and SQL Server. This is a .NET Core web application. We have used Jquery-Ajax for partial views. So this is for advanced users, and if you don't know how to make MVC application, you can watch my previous video and let us see this. Okay. So this is only an overview. Okay, it's because I just want to make it quicker, that's why. So this is our application, and in this application we can create something. Say for example, just say Ginger, just some date of birth and some NA number, and click a home address and click save. So it is updating without any page reload. Okay, so we have created Ginger without page refresh because we are using Jquery-Ajax. If you want to edit it, so say edit it. So Ginger tone, we're gonna change that and click save. See, there is no page refresh here. You can see, check it again. Ginger Martin, or just say George Martin. Okay, George Martin, save. See, there is no page reload. Okay, and if you are deleting the record, you can see again there is no page reload. Okay, so I'm going to create another one again. Say SP, something like that, and some NA number and address here. Click save. Look at that, there is no page refresh. Okay, so this is why we are using partial page postback, and this is called partial page postback. So when the page is refreshing, that is called full page postback, and here we are using partial page postback, and we are using Jquery-Ajax. So I will give an overview now. Give me a second, let me close this. So we can see the search as well. Say search here. See, without page refresh, we got Sarah here. So say Mr. Then see, we are getting partial page postback here. Okay, and if you want to see the full page postback, you can check here. See, this is going to another page, that is full page postback. Okay, back again, say Mr. You can see all the records in Mr. So that's the full page postback. You can see the difference again here. Say Mr. Look at that, there is no page reload. Okay, I'm going to close this now. Now, so we start here. This is the MVC application, which has model view controller. So this is a model, and this is a controller, and this is a view. Okay, so the model stores the core information, and the controller handles information, and the views will display the information. That is what MVC stands for. Okay, and first of all, we created some model class here. So we create all the folders, and so we have added NuGet package manager JSON, package manager.json. So see package.json here. So in the package.json, on the dev dependencies, we have used Jquery, and we have installed Jquery-Ajax and bootstrap as well. So we install all this in here, and we have taken that into the folder called lib here, libraries here. So in the CSS folder we put the bootstrap min.css, and in the scripts folder we use all the JavaScript. So jQuery, unobtrusive Ajax, and the bootstrap here. After that so we went to layout page here. In the layout, under the head section, so we have used all the links here, CDN basically here, to get the bootstrap layout and all the properties from the this library. Okay. After that we also had a view start. This is a view start. So the layout page will render when they starts, and view imports. We have used the tag helper method for the helper class to use the this is the latest HTML helper tags is the latest methods that we are using for the form. And after that what we got here, so that's the basic. We start, we import, these are, and one more thing, the startup here. So in the startup we have services.add MVC for the MVC application. We also add this DBContext. So this came from client DBContext. So here DBContext class for the CRUD operations and for database connection, and inheriting from DBContext from Microsoft Entity Framework Core. So we install the Entity Framework Core and Core tools in here from the NuGet package manager. So we have like this. So if you watch previous video, you can see that manage NuGet packages. So in here we have used added the Entity Framework Core, SQL Server. You can see here SQL Server 2.1.4, and we have also added the tools for that, this one here. Okay, so these two things are mandatory, so we use that. So in the DBContext class so we have configure for database connectivity here. This is the connection string, and we set the properties of the our model class here for the CRUD operations. After that we are going to register dependencies of this client DBContext in the startup file here. So we are registering dependencies of the client DBContext here. After that we create a controller. So just like in previous video, right click on controllers, add controller, say controller, empty controller, say add, just say something. Okay, and click add. Oh, I made a mistake, I think. Yeah, that's fine. So this is how you create the controller. In the controller, so say CTOR constructor. So you're gonna have a constructor here, and so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create an object of the this client DBContext. Control C, Control V. So here we have got the object DB. Okay, and so import the namespace here. Second, just click there. So using new upload data. So after that we're gonna inject dependencies of this object into the constructor of the class here. So control V here, and I'm gonna say underscore, and I'm gonna say DB. So we are creating another object here, DB here, sorry, underscore DB. Now all the properties will be available on this DB from the database because of this object here and the dependencies we have injected. So we're gonna create a variable here, customer equal to DB dot customize. So I think it's customize, isn't it? Anyway, so you get some property here, db dot customize. So we need to use models as well. Control C, Control V. So say models in here, and they say customer. No, clients, isn't it? Clients, yeah, sorry, my mistake. So in here, so you can do to list if you want. To list to dot string, so you don't need that really, but this will do for now. So we create a variable here and assign the list of clients into this variable here, and we're gonna return view here. Control C, and we're gonna have the view here. So we are returning view, and now we're gonna add a view. So this way we can add a view. You can name it as whatever. So I'm not going to do this because I already have the index name, so we have to change the name something, or say client or whatever. Okay, select the list view here, and because we are going to list it, so and after that select the model and the DBContext. Here don't select the partial view because it's an index first time. So I will tell you later. So you're going to use a layout page here and click add, so it will add the pages like we done before here. So it will add the pages like index here. So this is the index page. You can see this is the index page. Okay, basically I have moved all the stuff from the index page to this page. Okay, that's what you are not seeing that. So okay, so I have created another page with the same method. So click the view here and the add view, and in here I use the partial view, create partial view. Okay, so that generated all the list from this template. So as we are using the template here, list view, model class, same thing. So exactly same like our index page, we have created a list view, but this time this is a partial view. Okay, so that is what you are seeing in the client view. I just named as client view. You can name it whatever you want to do it, it doesn't matter really. So now this page is going to work all time, and the index page will empty the index page first and then put all the codes in here for the CRUD operations. So like I said here, these are the Ajax codes for CRUD operations. I'll explain that in a minute. And in the index page, so when you in the starter page, we have defined routing here. This is a routing, MVC routing. In the routing, so we say controller, client, and action. So when the page renders, it will hit the controller first, and that is the name client controller. You can see the client controller. So we only need to give the name, we don't need to give the extension controller name, and so it's gonna hit the index action. Okay, so within the client controller we got index action here. So it's gonna hit the controller first, and then it's gonna hit the action, and whatever codes written here is gonna execute that. Okay. So here we have list of clients, so it's going to render that, and it comes to the index page, and here using HTML helper class we're gonna divert sorry, not that one. So in here, so helper class, we're gonna divert this into the client view page here. So you need to, don't forget to use the await, okay, and partial async, otherwise you will get you have problem to reload instantly. Okay, so when you click delete, it may not work properly if you don't use this, because page refresh, you have to refresh the page. So now we don't want the page refresh, hence we have to use the partial async method. This is very important. Okay, and it will divert into this page here, and it will follow all the codes here. Okay. So now in the controller, you're going to go to controller here. In the controller, I have to say CRUD operation first. So start here anyway. So in this is a detail page. Okay, so what I done, I have created a variable client, and in the details we need to pass ID from the index page here. So this is the JavaScript page of Jquery-Ajax code for details. So it's gonna hit the details action in the controller client. After that, it's gonna use the get method, data Ajax get method, to get the records and to get the individual records. So here we are going to pass the URL. This is a URL, so that means the client, that's the client controller, and that's the details action within the controller, and we are going to pass ID from here. This is a client ID. We are going to pass an ID because we want to take details of individual user or individual record. For that we have to pass the ID here. So this is the ID here and we're gonna pass an ID onto here. So this is in the ID, we're gonna pass the ID here, and we're gonna create a variable, and in the variable using client DBContext dot clients. So here is the list of clients. From the list of clients we're gonna find the user based on the ID, okay, or the record based on the ID, and we are going to return a partial view. So in here, add view, right click, details, that's fine. So you can select the details template here. After that, select the model class here. So after that you can click create a partial view. Okay, so this will generate partial view here. So you can see the details page here. This is a partial view generated. So if you want to change, so this will be like this, and if you want to add the bootstrap class, you can do that here. So it will give a better layout. You can make any design as per your choice. Okay, that's already. So this is the code for that, and after that we're gonna have a delete action. In the delete action, similarly like here on the delete controller, so we'll say this is Ajax delete. Okay, so what we'll do, it will go to the controller action Ajax delete, and it will go to client the controller, and this is the URL for that, and we're gonna pass the ID here, come up here. This is the action, and we are passing ID into here, and we're gonna create a variable and assign list of clients here, and from the list of clients we gotta find the particular client using ID. After that, client.dbContext remove clients, we're gonna remove that particular client based on this ID, under this ID. After that, so we're gonna save changes. Okay, so if you don't save changes, it won't reflect, so you must save changes. This is important here. After that, we want to go back to the same page, so that means without page reload we need to display everything back again. So create another variable and store all the list of clients into that variable here and return a partial view here. Okay, so the client view will be the this is the page, same page, and this is a variable. This variable we gonna pass here for to return the partial view here, and yeah, so it will delete the record without page reload as I shown you before. Okay, and edit is also same. So it's all same code really, basically, so for to go edit here, where is the edit controller? Yeah, this is edit. So this will action edit controller client. After that, this is a URL, and we are passing ID because edit also required ID. And the difference is here I have created a div in the index page here, Ajax form, and the form is going to show in this div. Okay, so when we click the details, say for example, I have to run that and show you that anyway. Wait for a second. I won't make this video longer, no more than 30 minutes anyway, so but you have a good understanding. Okay, here when you're clicking edit here, so it's going to render partial view below these records. Yeah, so this is what the div so we create a div, and within that div it is showing this records here. Okay, so I'm getting a phone call, but don't worry. Give me a second, let me answer it. So where we started, sorry, here is the edit page. You can see that here. So you're gonna make change here and click save. So without any page refresh, it changed to Jones here. Okay, you have seen that. So we'll do that in the bottom one. So we'll say Hammer Mansa. So just listen carefully and click save here. See, without page reload, right? Okay, I'm gonna close this in a minute, or you can leave it running, it's fine, doesn't matter. Okay, so that's the edit here, and in the controller here, so I will provide you with all the codes at the bottom, so you can have a look at it in the descriptions. So in the edit, what I have done, we are using add update method. Okay, so instead of having two methods for add and update, I done all in one. So add update method here. So we created an get request. So we need two actions, one is get and one is post for all basically CRUD operations. I mean create, read, update and delete. All we need two things really, except delete only need get, you don't need the post really, but apart from that all require two things. Yeah, so basically, so we created public iAction result. This is a super class, and we create the method we named it edit here, pass the ID here, and if ID not equal to null, and then run this code or execute this code, else return partial view new client, return a new empty form. For that we are using new client here. So basically the client, the variable so we are storing all the clients in a variable and passing the ID ID. From the ID we are taking the client and showing into the in here details we are showing in here. But if the client doesn't exist, if its ID not equal to null, that means if the ID equal to 0, so the ID equal to 0, then this will render a new form. Okay, so that's what happens. After that, we got the form in the form we got all the details of individual customer. After that we need to save the record. For that we have got HTTP post, same like create. So we got post here, in here there is a table name, we create the object here, and if model state is valid, and if the client dot client ID equal to 0, then run this code, add a new client. Okay, if the client ID is 0, then add a new client, else update the client. Okay, so if the client ID is there, then run this code or execute this code, followed by this code, save changes, and after that return partial view clients here. Okay, else return with view with erase. That is what this is for. So that's all for the CRUD operations. Basically it's very simple. And we one more thing I forgot here on the edit page. So when we want to save the record, like here, so we're gonna change this record, something like that, and we're gonna click save as in the here. So for that we need this code on the form. So here, so to go to edit controller, like as before, here we go to edit controller here, and where is that? Yeah, after that, so the method is going to be post this time. So previously we use all the get methods here, so that you can see here, so all get methods here, but this time we are going to posting. So it's a post record here, we need to change it to post here. And so the C list is this is the list here. So where is that? The div, this is the C list div here. Okay, so it's gonna show there. So after updating, it will return to that page there, that div there. Okay, so you can see the details in that div there. Okay, that's all really. So we completed all the CRUD operations within this controller. Again, this is for advanced users who have already knowledge in creating MVC application. If not, you can watch my previous video. So I will try to keep all my videos as short as possible. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for listening and have a good day. Okay.